Unsubscribe. Oh my gosh.
I'm a horrible person.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, your Discord, does that count?
Okay, can you go ahead and youtube.com/console Caito and go ahead and subscribe there as well?
Yeah, I mean, you need the numbers, really.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it. Hey.
Oh, there we go. There, my mic wasn't working at first. You guys could hear me, but nobody else could. I think we'll just let Ryan take the audio from the YouTube feed.
You think
Caito.
so? Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Because Justin doesn't know how to record his own stuff, and Jesse isn't here to help him. So
that is so untrue. I can hit Audacity.
Do you really? Can you really?
Yeah, you want to hit Audacity?
Okay, let's hit Audacity. Okay, yeah, let's do Audacity.
Listen, Sean Capri, as a professional voice actor, I can definitely hit
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Audacity,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I like it. That's a big deal, man. That's awesome.
I did hit the wrong button. I apologize.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
The Nintendo Drive is live. Come say hi with Justin Masson. I can't wait to see what you got in store.
Hi, chat.
All right, there we go. Yep, my Audacity's on my end going. We're good.
All right, man. Well, here we are. People are
nervous.
here.
Okay.
Are you nervous a little bit?
Why?
Kimberly Conrad, Ryan Turford, blah, blah, blah. JKJ, Court.
I'm gonna
modding from the waiting room. Hopefully everything's okay for you, my friend. Kevin wants to know what you unsubscribed from, Caito.
Nintendo Dads.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I didn't though.
Yeah, we're coming into this thing kind of hot, you guys. We're we're kind of angry at each other apparently. Like competitive juices are flowing. There is definitely something to win here.
Little tension.
A little bit.
I'm just a little curious, like, you know, how did last year go?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I didn't get anything last year.
There was some heated conversation about that also last year.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty intense. Like there was like, oh, that's pretty weak. Oh, no, you're wrong. That's not gonna happen. I remember that call. Also, there we go. There's console Caito.
Thank you.
Hey, do you have a red iPhone?
Perfect.
I do.
So do I. Well, that's my driver's license on the back, so I want to cover most of that up. But yeah.
Yeah, that's your call.
Team hug. Yeah.
Everyone likes
Kevin.
again.
Yeah.
That won't last long.
Friends.
Caito, can you give your microphone a tap? I'm just not sure where you're coming in from. Like just knock it or something. Yeah, I don't think you're coming in through that one.
Really? Okay, let me double check.
Just a quick check. Thank you, Kevin.
Is that better?
Yes, way better.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Crush it. Look at us all sponsored, not sponsored by Elgato.
Okay, let me make sure that
we got glasses.com, Caito over here. Glasses USA with Caito.
USA.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We got Manscaped
Gooder Glasses sponsored and Manscaped.
Manscaped Masson. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at Lee. I got McDonald's screwing up my coffee order this morning. That's what I've got.
I know. Definitely sponsored.
Oh my gosh. I took one sip. I was like, what are you trying to kill me or something? This milk?
Was it caffeinated?
No, it was, it had milk in it.
Can't do milk?
Court is just trying to. No, I don't think I can do. And it doesn't taste very good. Give me my laundry detergent sweetener in there. Apparently that's how it started. Okay, should we do the thing? We're all recording. Hi, producer Ryan.
Yes.
Locklith is in the chat. Locklith, I don't know if I put it publicly. I might have done it just privately. But Ngachacha and Locklith are new merch models. I'll just say that much. Good stuff.
Wow. 35 people watching.
It's the Masson effect. They're here for you, so get ready to bring it. Okay, Nintendo is dead, says Badbit. I will try to remember how to do the intro for the show, and we'll get going. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Yep.
We're doing it. Okay. Kind of nervous. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most wholesome Nintendo podcast on the internet. It's the Nintendo Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friend Console Caito, the sauciest potato, and Justin Masson. Mr. Manscaped Masson is here, and on our journey today, we're doing our E3 predictions, and we don't care if E3 got canceled, so jump on into the Nintendo Drive. Ball! Here we go! All my friends are here. Hi, Console Caito. How are you doing today?
Hi, Sean Capri.
Hi. This is actually how we should start most shows because it's how we actually start most conversations. Hi.
Yes.
And bye.
Bye.
Oh
We
my
do.
goodness. Yes.
And
Yes.
we've got a little visitor here, a guest on the show today. Justin
The
Masson.
cat dragged in.
Right?
How you
Yeah, I
doing?
mean, I'm not gonna. I'm doing great, thank you. And I'm not gonna say that I'm here to try and take your role as co-host of this at all, Consulcate. I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Now, what I've seen from the chat, though, right, and from a lot of responses during the time that you were away, is there is a strong petition on change.org to bring me over as the main host.
Okay.
But
I mean-
I decline that. I decline that because I respect you
Okay.
too much as a content creator.
Okay. I'll start a poll on Twitter.
We'll see how
We'll
that
see.
goes.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that'll deflate my ego real fast, now, won't it? Yeah, no, thanks for having me back. I'm excited. We did this last year, also, and I'm really excited to be here to join you wonderful folks to have some E3 predictions. This is great.
We don't care if it's. We saw some comments on the internet earlier today going like, "You guys know that E3 got canceled." We're well aware. Okay, we get it. We're doing it
Still
anyways. Old
It's
habits die
E3
hard.
in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Always and forever.
That's right.
Just like it's Wii Sports, too.
Exact.
You
Has
know?
Right.
has anyone else had that transition a hard time? I just keep
What
calling
transition?
it Wii Bowling. Like for Nintendo Switch Sports, I'm like, just keep calling it Wii Bowling.
I don't even know of a
what it is.
transition.
Yep. So, are we?
All right.
Are we?
So you want to just
ready?
like we should just it's just a
just-
special kind of episode. Like we're not even gonna do any of the
Yeah.
other stuff. We're just gonna do the E3 thing.
I think so.
And I'm really excited about it because, of course, we did this last year. I still have my Google Docs from last year of all of our
can't
predictions.
believe
So, but I thought about reviewing how wrong we were, or maybe how eventually we were right down the line. But we're gonna save that till afterwards. Actually, because I don't want to change what you guys have in store for us. And for anybody listening, we each have come to the table with 5 plus a few backup predictions for today. And something special that we've done on this show and predictions that I've done in the past is when somebody tells us their prediction, we're going to give them odds. So for the totally crazy and out there stuff, you get more points. But if you're going to lay one up, you're going to give something that's obvious, fewer points. So we're going to have a little discussion like that nature afterwards. We also have a couple predictions coming in from members of the community. So thank you so much for everybody for doing that. And I don't know if you guys want to just jump on in or address the fact that there really isn't an E3 or what are we even doing here, Justin Masson?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question, right? So obviously, in E3 not happening. All right, sure, look it. Now, so for those of you that don't know, and Kit and Krista's podcast has talked about this. We've heard a lot of information. Nintendo spends a lot of time and energy planning for E3. They don't just start at the beginning of May and be like, what should we put in the folder to send out as a video? I don't know, make something up. They strategically plan a long, long time in advance. So despite E3 not existing on the, the big broad umbrella that is E3, we can, I think, successfully deduce that Nintendo will have some type of event in June, most likely, or potentially July. And if we are to take a guess, we believe it's June 14th, which is kind of their traditional
guess.
Tuesday.
Good prediction, actually.
Right? Mm-hmm. So most likely that's going to happen. Now, in the pre-show, what we talked about is because they're not holding to the E3 calendar and schedule, they could actually push their direct or their presentation farther out, maybe the end of June, maybe the beginning of July, and that might have actually given them more time to potentially get final words from developers or publishing companies that they have got, hey, here's a final date for this game. Can you now include it into your actual direct, your reveal? So I think the 14th is a pretty safe bet, but don't be, at Holden that it doesn't occur there. But I believe we definitely going to get a big announcement in June or July telling us at the back of the year what's going to happen because they have a big story they have to tell. We don't know anything past September. The clock is ticking and the calendar's running out. We need to know, and the investors need to know as well.
Oh, that's a good point, Business Justin from Nintendo Dads. I don't think I did a good job introducing you. So this is Justin. He's from Nintendo Dads. You guys all know Justin. Caito, how are we going to make this work if there is no E3 to speak of? Is there do we even care at this point? Or are we just making predictions and it doesn't matter?
Well, here's the thing. I say whatever predictions we make today, are towards whatever the next direct is, because there's
Yeah.
never
Oh,
not going to
okay.
be another direct, but
Mhm.
like, they're not going to call it E3, but there is going to be one in June or July. There's just
We
not
three.
a chance that there's not. Yeah. So whatever predictions we make today are for the next direct. Here
Okay,
for it.
fair.
I'd love if Nintendo was also like super cheeky about it when they put out their like promo for it. And they're like, the not E3 Direct occurring on June 14th.
I would
just
love
kind
it.
of lean into it and just be a bit of a jerk about it.
Yeah.
Whatever, like F3. How about just whatever letter is next?
Right?
Or E4 or something like that. Let's just go whatever's next.
I mean, the other
sequel.
part of it is could we see this swallowed up into Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest?
I hope Nintendo doesn't do that. I'm not gonna lie. I really hope that they. I feel like they were already on their own island outside of E3 already. They don't need to hitch a ride with anybody else.
I think with Microsoft planting their flag on their date that they already have, which is again very much aligned to what they would have been doing anyways. I think Nintendo is going to fall in line with that as well. Again, I hate to say it, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, they don't need E3 the same way as other publishers do. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and they know it'll be a success. And we've seen that happen before already. So
It's very true. Okay, well, we've got Justin for a limited time period, so we might as well go ahead and jump on in. As I mentioned, we've got stuff from the community, and I have our predictions from last year all lined up. So that could be fun, because Nintendo is kind of an interesting place to do our predictions. Some things happen, and some things just kind of roll over. I'm expecting some rollover to happen. Why don't we start, as gentlemen do, ladies first, Caito. Why don't you kick things off with your... Oh, first of all, before I totally interrupted, this is not very gentlemanly to say. Whoever takes a prediction first, so if like we all have like some sort of Zelda prediction, like if you take it first and we can't do it over, then we have to go to one of our backups. That's the rule, and so there's always a little strategy on what you say and when you say it. So with that in mind, take it away.
Okay, my first one is the most wimpy.
Okay,
And
you said no wimpy.
But it's the most wimpy. I feel like I need to have one that might actually happen.
Okay.
So, my predictions are always all over the place. So, E3, we're going to see the next Mario Kart tracks announced with a date for the DLC, and we're going to get a Switch Sports DLC as well.
Oh, nice little combo.
Yeah, both of them. A little combo action there, yeah.
I'm actually typing in next Wii
challenge you
Sports.
with a question? May I cross-examine the witness?
Cross-examine.
Yes, yes.
What is the sport that they're going to reveal? We know golf is already on the docket. They've said that for the fall.
Are you going with the leaks? Do you know what the leaks are saying, Caito?
I don't know the leaks.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Is it dodgeball?
It's
I don't know if I want to add. Do I have
You
to
don't
be
have
so
to add.
specific?
You don't have
No,
to
but I'm
add.
asking the question.
No, I'm not going to be specific. I'm just going to say they're just going to announce it. So
Just
you can take off points on the... If you want to give me a wimpy score for my wimpy thing, you can do that. But I'm not going to add a sport. I'm not going to add a sport.
That's pretty wimpy, especially coming from the person who specifically said in the group chat, I don't want to see any wimpy predictions.
Okay, because I know that y'all are going to come with your wimpy predictions.
Oh,
and
snap.
all my other ones are out there.
You know what? I
So-
appreciate the pregame. I appreciate... Yeah, you got in our heads a little bit here. Justin Masson, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely or unlikely is this? How many points are you giving her?
Yeah, I on a scale of 10, yeah, I think this is very likely.
Agreed.
This is pretty high, probably a 7 or 8.
So lower for likely. If it's likely, you're not giving her. You're not
Oh, I'm
awarding
sorry.
her
I
points.
apologize.
Yep, nope,
Yeah,
I didn't phrase it
probably
very
I
good.
give it a 2. Right?
Agreed.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
2 points. 2 points for me as well.
The question will be where that track will get dropped. I think the track doesn't get dropped till like September. Remember, they got 6 tracks they have to roll out over 24 months, so they need to space that a little bit to build hype.
Yeah, I would have liked to see you do like an available today kind of moment, because I could see it, and I don't know how I track that, but I think they say available today. I'm just gonna throw it out there so that I can clip this part right here and say that I was right actually.
Well, are you going to clip it when I say that you're wrong?
Damn!
Nice.
So
Somebody
clip that.
could. I probably
doesn't
won't,
happen.
but somebody.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I like how this is starting already. Mr. Justin Masson, why don't you kick us off with your very first one?
I feel like if Caito came with a softball, I'll throw a softball as well, just so we kind of get warmed up.
Warm up the muscles. Nobody wants to get hurt.
All right, I'm going to say we're definitely going to, and then it's a little bit of a build off of Caito's as well. I had down here, we're going to get a lot more NSO expansion So we're going to most likely get your Game Boy and your Game Boy Advanced editions added to the NSO. Again, it will not be an out today, but it'll be a coming soon. But they're going to make a really concerted effort in 2022 to tell you why you need to vest in their online service. They've been doing that, and they're going to really make a stand for it here as well.
Caito, what do you think about that? Goodness gracious.
I think that is more unlikely than my prediction.
I agreed.
So I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to go with a 4 here because I can see it happening.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with a 4 because I see it happening. I don't know if it'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that me and Sean Capri over here on the Nintendo Drive are full supporters of Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pass.
That's right. Day
and
one,
have
baby.
been since day one. So
Yeah, Justin Masson.
yeah.
I don't know.
Justin
Coming at me,
Masson.
I've got it too. I don't know.
So
I don't think
4.
they showed the value to start off with, but they have now.
Yeah.
I'm with you on. I can't wait for this to happen. I hope that it does happen. But I do think that the 64 stuff is still kind of going. They're still kind of fresh on this one. So I actually think this is kind of unlikely. Like I could see this actually for next year. You may be revisiting this prediction for next year. So I'm going to give you a couple more points. I'm going 7 points for you, Justin Masson. Kind of wish that I came up with this myself. It's one of the things. Do I have this one highlighted? You did not steal one of my highlighted ones. So there you go. Okay. I will throw in does anybody have anything to say about that before I jump in with my next one? Okay, cool.
Nope.
My very first prediction. Maybe we just go big or go home. Hey, everybody.
Oh, you're not taking the warm up method. All right.
No, we're not. We're gonna sprint this one out. Nintendo has a moment where Phil Spencer shows up and he is proud to announce that xCloud is coming to Nintendo Switch. You can play Game Pass games via the cloud. It's happening. I'm calling it. Clip it. You guys can shake your heads all you want, but it's gonna happen. He had a Switch on his shelf. What do you guys want from me?
How many times are we going to have this same conversation? It's not happening. That's a 10.
I'll take it. Yes, that's how I know I'm doing well at this. If I get a 10 right out of the gates, winning.
I'm with Caito on a 10, but I'm going to give you an 8. And the reason is their statement of Xbox everywhere. Like I fully believe Cato's right. I'm gonna bet against it a little bit. Yeah.
I guess we'll see. I cannot wait to be right about this one. Everybody calling me stupid and an idiot and worthless and so many. I know. Yeah.
I didn't think it was stupid, and I was on board a year and a half ago, or whenever it was that you first started talking about it.
Yeah, for about
on
5 minutes.
The Xbox Drive, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on board. Let's see." But then time goes by, and why would they do this so late in the Switch life cycle?
I don't know. Why did they do that? They just added Bluetooth. What do I know? One of these days they're gonna another prediction that I'm totally not gonna lock in there is they'll just go like, now you can have video out on your Switch Lite. It was there the whole time. Who knows? You guys want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
On y'all.
Tim Wolf says Sean has subscribed to my method of crazy predictions. Yes, this is what it's all about. Part of it's being right, but part of it is having a hilarious time all along the way. Let's see. Seamus McIsaac, famous Seamus, agrees with you, Caito, by the way. Seamus says the next Mario Kart 8 track pack is going to be revealed. And does anybody else say anything else about this? Not quite. No, that's it. That's the only person who predicted anything about Mario Kart. That is wild.
Wow.
All right. Well, on to round 2, everybody.
Let's
Miss
do it.
Caito, let's see what you got next.
All right. Next up, we are finally going to get a port of Pikmin 3 along with the announcement of Pikmin 4. They're gonna do
We
both.
have a port of Pikmin 3
on
Pikmin
Switch.
Deluxe?
We do.
It's already out.
Okay, so
So you've already have one.
4. Yeah. Then we're gonna get the announcement of 4. Sorry.
Okay, we can keep. I can picture
Yeah,
it.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I have it on my Switch. I played it for Extra Life.
How do I not own that? Okay.
It's on
so we're
sale
gonna get
right now.
4.
It's been out for about 2 years. You should check
Look,
it out. It's a great
look.
game.
This is why I don't claim to be an expert on Nintendo.
I'm just saying, get off your Animal Crossing for a little bit there, Caito, and go find yourself some Pikmin.
Hey, I did play a different game this week. I played what was it called? Bee Simulator. It was trash.
Stop.
Don't play it.
Oh
play it.
no. Okay, Justin Masson,
Pikmin
score
4.
it. Pikmin 4 getting announced.
I actually had Pikmin 4 as one of mine as well, so I would actually agree this is probably likely. I'm going to give it, though, because the way the franchise plays, I'm going to give it about a 5, middle of the road on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. It's something that we've been hearing forever. Like Pikmin 4 was done apparently forever ago. I still don't even know if this is really required at this stage. Like, just as a general comment, they could not have an E3 and like still have enough for the entire year and probably win the year as far as sales and all that stuff goes. So they really don't need to tell us a whole lot. I'd be very curious to see when this lands. Is this a holiday type of game? Caito doesn't give us a date. She'd get more points if she did, but just saying.
No,
Not a holiday. It's not a holiday.
it's not a
game.
holiday.
Probably not,
I
right?
have one.
It's an October game.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of like, I mean, that's still kind of
Beginning of October. It's not
This
not a
year?
heavy enough IP to be your
This
holiday
year?
game.
Do you think it's ready this year? Not your prediction, but
Oh no, I'm
clip
just
it.
going off.
Yeah, clip it.
Crazy's town.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go.
I like it. So I gave it a 5, and you gave it a 4. So we're kind of in the middle there as well, Justin Masson. You do have somebody agreeing with you on Pikmin for the first half of 2023 is Ngachacha, future male model of Carpool Gaming. Ngachacha. Also
Yeah,
agreeing
you
with
could. I mean, you could definitely see this as a March 2023 end of March kind of that Kirby space that we saw this year.
Agreed.
Family friendly, approachable game.
Yep.
You know, could be a good one, but they typically are doing big IP sellers at the end of the fiscal year.
Yep.
To generate more. So I don't know. That's an iffy one.
All right, Justin Masson, round 2, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
If you know anything about me, I have got one of my favoriteest franchises of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a red
Yes.
tie, strip it right down, because Donkey Kong Country's coming back, baby.
Tell me more. What is is it 2D? Like you're going 2D?
Yeah, it's 2D. It's side scrolling. It's just like Donkey Kong Freeze or Tropical Freeze. Tough as nails. Ton of fun. That franchise has been dormant because you got to think that was a port from the Wii U. It's Donkey Kong time. And I know my man Seth is lighting up the chat right now.
He is
in there with
all
me.
caps.
This is a prediction last year. There was rumors of it last year. Donkey Kong this year will be announced at E3 2022.
Mr. Justin Masson, goodness gracious, bringing the Donkey Kong love, Caito. I think this is one of our predictions for by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think
I
of this?
I knew Justin was going to come with this prediction, so I
Yeah.
did not put it on my list.
It is
I
on my
knew,
list.
I'm pretty sure he predicted this one last year as well. And
Not a
Eventually gotta be
single
right.
prediction from the community, by the way. Nobody said Donkey Kong, DK,
you know what,
nothing.
ladies and gentlemen? I feel bold enough. I'll even push into more details here.
Okay,
it's
here we
coming
go.
out in October.
Damn. Okay.
October.
I like it.
October. It's not a strong enough franchise to be your Christmas game, but it is definitely a good franchise that'll sell.
Yeah, October. I like it. I like this
do
a
we
lot.
have anything in the October slot yet?
Don't.
Nope.
That's why it's crazy.
Splatoon's the last one, September 9th.
And that's the 9th of September, right?
Mm-hmm.
When is Xenoblade?
That is
It got
end of
moved.
July.
It switched.
End of July.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
switched because they were never confirmed it there, sir.
Well, let's be fair. Let's
They
be
switched.
honest. They switched. At least
Okay.
one moved.
Oh, at the October. Okay.
I like the October.
That's a 7 for
Yeah,
me.
I completely agree.
That's a 7.
Totally a 7. Yep. We
Yeah.
haven't really heard anything. There's been just conversation about it, but and the added degree of difficulty.
Conversation, but you
Yeah.
know how I feel about the rumors.
I get you. I like
the
it a lot.
rumors are so bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys have taken 2 of my predictions so far. Donkey Kong. I actually so while we're on the topic of Donkey Kong, I was thinking it was going to be called Donkey Kong World as kind of like maybe a 2D or like a Mario World style. So not totally 2D, but not totally open world either. I would love to see that. I think it's like just bigger than a country and tying with Mario. I think that would be really neat. I think it would be awesome if Mario showed up in Donkey Kong's game. It's kind of like, I don't know, the two worlds are kind of together, but I would like that very much. Donkey Kong. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
So you're going with the 7 too.
I went with the 7. You got 14
Okay.
potential points on that one. And we'll take away some points if you get a Donkey Kong game but not October, then you get partial points. So you're actually
Fair.
kind
That's
of
fair.
better off. It's a trade-off. If you give us more detail, then you can get partial points as well. Okay, so my first one was pretty crazy with that xCloud. I'm tempted. I'm gonna leave one. Okay, so my last one. I think I'm gonna highlight my last one. I'll save this one for later. There are so many good ones here. Okay.
Just his grocery list, probably. He doesn't have anything written down at all.
There's
He's
lots.
literally
I've even
just
got like
thinking,
highlighted and stuff.
get milk, pick up toilet paper. Yeah, it's
Yeah, exactly. It's my grocery list here. Okay, we're going crazy again. I don't even care. The Sims 4 is coming to the Switch using the cloud, Justin Masson. I can't wait. I'm sure you're going to be coming up with a cloud strategy coming in here somewhere. EA is going to bring it via the cloud, and Caito will start a brand new YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay, Sean, I
Yes.
am a little upset with you that you took that one because I was actually going to predict that this time because I've been giving you a lot of grief. A lot of
Yes.
grief for The Sims
Yes,
on the Switch, saying it's never coming, it's never coming.
I know.
But they did, The Sims teased this little weird thing. This little like weird thing on Twitter, and I was like, maybe.
Would they tease?
It was just like a different color little, the little green thing over their
yeah.
heads. It was just a different color. That was it.
Mean
all I
Switch,
saw.
guaranteed. That's way more clear than Phil Spencer having a Switch on his shelf.
It wasn't red. It
Yeah.
was
Or blue?
blue. It was blue.
Heather Feather said
but,
what went? I don't want to say when, but that would be added.
So
I think it would be this year. I'll say
I
2022.
still feel like it's really unlikely, and I'm gonna give it an 8.
Points, yes. Justin Masson.
Yeah, it's EA. They don't really know what to do with the Nintendo Switch.
I know.
They screw it up most times anyways. And so if you want it, they probably won't give it to you. So I'm going to give you a 9.
Nice. Yeah, this is stupidly unlikely. EA has shown time and time again that they really don't know what to do with the Switch. So, and I don't know do they have a precedent here on using the cloud on Switch? Like
They don't. No.
They have not EA. So
No, the only one that EA has definitely done that made sense was Apex. But again,
that's right.
that was not by cloud though, and it took a long time to get really good on the port. But that was because of monetization, right? That was a lot of money that they were leaving on the table. I just don't know if I don't know if they know how the cloud works.
see, Caito has me all convinced that The Sims cannot run on a Switch, but I'm not sure if even that's right. So I don't know. Maybe
It can
complicated
hardly
things.
run on the computer.
Well, fair enough.
I have
Okay.
so many friends who have like a basic Mac, can't run. Can't run. Like you have to have a gaming
Tablet
PC
by
for it to
Nintendo.
run. Yeah, a gaming tablet.
That's the power you
Okay.
need. Caito, okay, well,
All
tell me
right.
what is going to happen then.
Okay. Well, I know that this port is not on the Switch, Justin Masson, because we are going to be getting.
Mario 64. I can't wait for it
We
to say
are
something
going
is
to
on
be
Switch.
getting a port of Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Switch. It's going to happen 100%. No doubt about it. It's
No
coming.
doubt about it.
It's coming.
Why?
Why? Everyone wants
Yeah.
it.
'Cause
Why
that's-
not?
Yeah, Seth, I'm with you, man.
Why?
Seth says that's a
not?
10. Kevin says no chance, Caito. No shot. Garrett says he'll give
Well,
you a 10.
You know?
Okay, so
Reach
which
for the
port is it?
stars.
From what platform?
From 3DS.
New Leaf? 3DS.
Oh, 3DS.
Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that an 11.
11. I was going to say,
Okay,
if we can...
thanks.
Give that one.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
going
hard
11.
11.
I'm going 11 as well. Why not?
Hard 11.
We're breaking the
Perfect.
scale. We're
We'll
giving
take
it a Nintendo Dad's 11 out of 10.
Now.
Which,
when it
by the
comes
way,
out-
only one other thing has ever got that. So you should feel pretty. You're in a class all unto yourself,
Oh,
Caito. The only other
okay.
thing that's ever received 11 out of 10 in Nintendo Dads, Mario
Mario
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Yep.
It's a unique bracket.
It's a game you guys didn't know what to do with. Heather Feather in the chat says it could happen. So you got that. You got a couple
I
supporters in the
have
chat.
I have a couple people.
I don't. Here's the thing. If New Horizon didn't exist, I would agree with you. I think they would just be crazy to potentially cannibalize any kind of market placing they have with that game and the clarity that they have with Animal Crossing. I think those Animal Crossing lovers, they're too confused. If you give them two things, they don't know what to do with it anymore. It just wrecked the entire economy of the world.
It's gonna get
I
personal.
disagree. We would just buy more. of it. Y'all underestimate the power of Animal Crossing, and we will just buy. You could do a port of Animal Crossing New Leaf on a separate system, and we will go out and we will buy it and buy the new system.
Here's how confident I am, Caito. If they do it, if they announce it, I will buy it for you.
Damn.
That's how confident I am that it is not happening.
Great. Okay, good. Thanks.
I love it. Okay, well, yeah, we broke the scale on that one. Nobody else, this is shocking, nobody else from the community thought that this was going to happen. So you are alone on that one. Justin Masson.
Perfect.
Let's get your third prediction, my friend.
I like it. You know, we're heating up here. We're warming up. We're getting a little crazy. I like it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Get it.
Coming
Yes,
to the
why
Nintendo
not?
Switch via cloud service from Ubisoft.
Did you predict this last time?
Don't remember. I keep
feel
wishing
like I
it into
have
fruition.
deja vu.
I keep
There
wishing
was
into fruition.
some cloud prediction last time.
There's
'cause
always
I
a cloud
had no
prediction.
idea what the cloud was at that time.
And I was right. There was more
Okay.
games on cloud.
I think you had Guardians of the Galaxy, or was that already a thing?
No.
We'll look.
No, I didn't have
We'll
Guardians. No.
look. We will look to see. Okay, Caito, likely, unlikely, what are you going to give Mr. Masson on this one?
I
12.
feel like last time I said it was pretty likely, but this time I'm kind of like, no.
Yeah.
So an 8.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 7 as well. Like I could see you go 8, I go 7. I mean, I just feel like it's been so long with this game, but then I mean, who the hell knows with Ubisoft with Nintendo? You never really know. It's entirely possible.
So the reason I think this, just as an insight, they have been porting almost all of their Assassin's Creed games over to the Switch, but they realize that they get to a point where they can't because of the infrastructure, so they require cloud gaming. The game also exists on Stadia currently as a cloud game. So it's not that hard to move it over to Stadia.
Stadia to Switch.
From Stadia to Nintendo Switch.
Oh man, I can't believe we only get 5 predictions, you guys. You've
I've
already
got like 10.
I know.
I'll
I've
give you
got
some
a
more
bunch
afterwards
here.
if you want.
And we might have some honorable mentions for whatever that's even worth. Okay, I'm gonna go. I kind of already have, like Caito and I already have some predictions for 2022. So like some of this I might double dip, but some of them I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead because they never talk about. I'm gonna leave hardware for a bit. You guys already know where I'm going with that one. Persona 4 Golden is coming to the Switch. The Vita darling. Persona 4 Golden from Atlas, Sega, and Nintendo. Best friends again. This game I would buy. I would recommend other people buy. And I think it would just be a killer. It would be perfect for Switch. I would love to see it. Bring it on.
I can't believe this hasn't happened yet.
Agreed.
And I don't remember, wasn't there supposed to be like a bunch of Persona announcements
We're in the middle of
over
it.
the next so however long?
Yep.
So I feel like this is pretty likely, but not hearing anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a 5.
This is me entering in scores that are totally inflated. You guys are saying the numbers. I'm like totally 9. Yeah, points.
Right.
You
Yeah,
absolutely said 9.
I kind of think this is probably I'm gonna say a 6.
Okay. Yep.
Say a 6.
Yep. You definitely like. I just wonder where. I feel like it's going to happen, but where is it going to get announced? Like, does Persona, whatever Atlas, do they own it as part of their whole thing that you were talking about, Caito, or would it be possible? Yeah, lots of people in the chat are liking this. Garrett Bland, don't break my heart like this, Sean. Project X Talk, yes, Sean.
Okay,
yes.
so how are we going to work it if... Okay, Ryan Turford says the next Persona announcement is scheduled for June.
There you go.
If this is the announcement, but it doesn't happen at E3 Nintendo, how are we working that?
Points.
Or what if they
Half
announce
points.
it
Half
before...
points.
Half points?
points?
Okay, I can deal with half points. Because
They announce it before and then they show it at
Mm-hmm.
the Direct?
The thing how this usually goes is these are usually won by like half a prediction somewhere along the line. Like most of us get like 0 points. You get like maybe a bit. So I'll take half points on 11. That is I can live
Well,
with
and
that.
it's so funny because when it's happening, I'm like, yeah, for sure, some of these are going to have, like, one of them's bound to happen. And then somehow, no matter how many things we predict, none of it happens. Even if we predict the same things every time, they still never happen.
I have to give a shout out to Ryan Turford, the man on the moose, as well as Famous Seamus, both submitting in their predictions. Ryan said Persona 4 Golden comes to Nintendo Switch in August, and Seamus said Persona Collection coming to Switch this fall. So going for the whole dang thing. I like it very, very much. But Project X Talk said Persona 4 Golden Body Wash is coming to the Switch. Sure. Okay. Let's get that as well. Okay,
All right, so we have 2 more.
who is next? Yes, your final 2. Choose wisely, Caito.
Oh, I'm
Justin's just like stressing over here.
I have 8 on my list here.
I have so many, dude.
okay. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
You know what? I'm gonna bundle 2 of them
Oh, nice. I like it.
so I can get half points.
Tremendous value.
So we are going to get finally, and I know I've predicted these thousands of times because I'm just going to keep predicting them until they do happen. Because we are going to get Nintendogs
Yeah.
and Dragon Quest Builders 3 on the Switch. It's finally going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get both of them. They're just going to make my year, and they're going to happen.
Justin Masson.
There we go.
So I will say that Nintendogs was actually one of my list.
Oh, get it, Caito. Crush him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think so. It's a casual game. We've seen huge sales on that from Animal Crossing, stuff like that. It totally makes sense. I think Nintendogs is a great pickup as well. I think this is pretty likely, actually. I think this is probably I give it a 5.
With a combo, though. The combo.
The combo?
I will adjust for the.
All right,
Oh,
fine. I'll give you a
God.
6.
There's a 6.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you get the 6. I'm giving this
Still.
an 8. Combo gets the
yeah.
points. Nintendogs, nobody's asking for Nintendogs. Nobody's even, there's not a whiff of, not Jeff Grubb
No.
isn't even like hinting about, he's not even posting pictures of his dog or whatever. Like there's nothing here. And Dragon Quest Builders, I just like your energy. Just make this happen like through the
Yeah.
power of your voice. Yeah.
So good.
I also agree that, and it's serendipitous. I was reading Reggie's book on my Kindle earlier, and he was just talking about that they were hinting about Nintendogs. They were working on this little game that might have something to do with a little bit of that. So there you go.
It's been 3 years out. He doesn't know.
Who knows? No, this was like him telling stories about like the DS days. It just happened to be why I was reading about it earlier. Garrett Bland says Nintendogs on the phone seems more likely, and I love that idea. That would be Caito's so offended. Like your face.
Don't make that franchise into a mobile game and ruin it.
Nobody
Garrett
said anything about
Bland.
Dragon Quest Builders, and nobody said anything about Nintendogs. No. So
Yeah.
there you go. I like your originality, Caito. 14 points on that bold prediction. Justin Masson, your penultimate choice.
This is a little bit out there, right? I could go back to the well. I could pull some of these old ones that I've done before, but I'm not gonna. All right? Because I see something. I see something out in the distance, and it is glimmering in space like a ship. Like a Star Fox.
Yeah,
like,
get it.
do a barrel roll. Star Fox rolls his way into E3 2022.
Just any game? Are we going back on rails, or do you have any?
We're not. No, we can't.
Just
go
get
back on
JPEG?
rails
How about we just
anymore.
get a JPEG?
It's like open world Star Fox.
Oh,
Sim.
world.
Yeah, it's not on rails. Can't be anymore. Not in the world we live in anymore. This will also be their last attempt at this franchise. If it does not do well, it is going down in a hot mess.
Can I ask you, is this something they could do like a one more thing? We have one more thing for you.
It doesn't have the weight to. The franchise doesn't. No.
Because the franchise is dead.
Yeah, we're really.
That's why they're gonna
this
do it.
E3. This sounds bad, and I'm sorry to say this. I think this E3, we're really looking at the C, D, and E class of franchises for Nintendo
Damn.
to dust off, to kind of get their first kicks at. Pikmin's one. I think Nintendogs another. Star Fox another. Where you will also have some of these big hitters, which we may have in the final prediction.
Justin Masson. My goodness gracious. I want to ask you guys at the end maybe what you think is going to close things out. Caito, what do you think on Justin Masson's bold prediction? Star Fox coming back and it's open world.
I think they're done with Star Fox.
Oh.
And because it's just, we've had this conversation before. It's just one of those franchises that it was like, we remember it being so great, and it's just not great.
Damn.
At the end of the day, it's just not. So we just need to, wrap it up,
Move on.
put a little bow on it,
I agree with
put it in the
that,
back of the
but
closet.
I think if there's any time that Nintendo's looking at franchises and the Switch and realizing that maybe because they're getting so many boosts on sales because of the Switch that this might be the thing that needs to reinvigorate the franchise. That's why I think it's their last kick at it. If they can't make it work, it's done.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the weird motion controls they can do with this thing. People walking through their houses, flying around with the Switch. Oh my goodness gracious! I actually want this to happen. I think it is quite unlikely. Did you score it, Caito, or did you just spend a couple minutes slamming Star Fox?
Mostly Martinez says, "Why do you make it hard to love you?" Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't happening. I'm gonna give it. Oh, do I give it an 8 or a 9?
Remember,
What are
a
you
10
giving
was
it?
xCloud.
Go
Remember,
9.
10
For
10
sure,
was
go
xCloud.
9.
What are
Says the
you
guy
giving
who,
it?
I'm gonna go 8. I
Yeah.
think I'm going 8.
8.
I'd give it a 10.
I'm going 8 because
Of course you
well,
would.
it's not xCloud 10, and
Give
it's
me a
not
6.
yeah, it's not port of Assassin's Creed, Animal Crossing from 3DS 11, right? Like this, we've established our extremes here. I think most people believe that they've given up on Star Fox, but that's exactly when Nintendo springs it on you, And I could actually picture, we got one more thing. There's just the stars of space, and then Peppy comes in on.
Then
the
everyone's like
radio.
Metroid Prime 4.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, no.
Exactly.
A barrel roll. The internet goes on fire.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Fox. I thought they had me.
Yeah. Exactly. This is
Just
exactly what's gonna
only
happen.
Slippy. Like a 45-second Slippy monologue is what we get from our first look at Star Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go like God of
That
War
one was on my
2018
list
style.
too, though.
Star
That
Fox
was on my
your
list.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Trading
Okay.
Star Fox for Nintendogs.
Okay. Speaking of Metroid,
do
Metroid
it.
Prime
Don't
Trilogy
do it.
HD is coming this year. We're going 2 years in a row with the Metroid game going in sometime between October and December of 2022. Bring it on, my friends.
I don't disagree with that. I'm going to ask you a question, I guess, related to that. Do you think we get any peek at Metroid Prime 4?
I do. It is actually another thing that I've got here as
That's
well.
my prediction. Don't go into it.
Can I? Should
Okay.
I comp?
All right, I was asking. It was a cross examining of the witness.
I'm gonna leave it. I think they're just gonna do just enough to make us a little bit happy, but also mad that we don't get an actual look at Metroid Prime 4. So that's what they're gonna give us, and they'll be like, "You'll be happy with it, okay? That's what's for dinner, and you're gonna eat it. You're gonna enjoy it because there's starving kids in Africa, for God's sake. So enjoy your Metroid Prime Trilogy HD thing."
I do think that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 5
Because
out of 5.
I'm giving it
Like,
a 4.
it's still kind of unlikely, in my opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's the way it's going to go, despite my next prediction.
I think they're going to do this. They're going to say, 3 years ago, we showed you some screenshots of Metroid Prime 4. We're excited to mention that it is still in development and progress is going well. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to reveal right now. However, we do have this. And then it'll be the trilogy.
Enjoy it.
That's exactly what they did
Yeah.
with Zelda, didn't they?
That's exactly what they did
Yep.
with
So
Zelda.
it's almost like
That's exactly why I said they're going to do that.
I like it. Delroy and Ryan, the man on the moose, as well as Ngachacha and Sean Abbott, by the way, from Game Pass News. Delroy says Metroid Prime Remake Remastered announced, releasing this holiday. Ryan Turford says Metroid Prime Remake arrives on Nintendo Switch on November 10th. Ryan with the specificity.
Ryan
I love it.
Turford.
Nagachaka said Metroid Prime 1 Remake releasing October 2022. And Sean Abbott simply said Metroid Prime Trilogy. Nearly everybody who submitted predictions had mentioned Metroid. So shout out to you guys. I think the time is right. Time is right for some Metroid. Although maybe they just throw it out because Metroid, only 2 million people bought Dread. So they're just going to stop.
0.9. 2.9.
2.0, I'm sorry. Round down.
No, that's not how that works.
Round down. Guys, we made it. The final set of
Final
predictions.
prediction.
Okay, Caito, do you use up what you just said? Or do you...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yep.
Project X Talk says, doesn't Caito need Metroid Prime 4 for fantasy? Yes, I do.
Yeah, you
but
do.
for the sake of balance, I'm gonna say Metroid Prime 4 is there one more thing.
Oh!
And they're gonna show more of Metroid Prime 4 than we've seen.
This is my favorite of your predictions, going all out with the one more thing. Justin Masson is back in his seat. I think you just knocked the wind out of this guy. You okay over there?
First, I love the energy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I love the craziness of it. It's not going to happen because
Let's
it's
get
not
nuts.
big enough to be the one more thing.
You don't think it's big
excited.
enough? You don't think this...
not big enough to be the one more
Justin
thing?
Masson, do you remember what the one more
Sorry.
thing was last time?
No, I don't.
Wasn't it like
Bayonetta?
Xenoblade or Bayonetta or something?
but this is E3.
No.
No. I'll tell you what the one more thing is going to be in one more second.
Okay.
I believe that you're. I don't think so. I'm going to give you an 8 on this. I believe Prime 4 will be mentioned, but I do not believe it'll be one more thing.
I actually think this
And
is.
if we all
somewhat
agree,
likely.
this conversation's no fun, right? Like, let's.
Sean,
I'm giving
I
you
know
points.
you're not about to give me less than an 8.
Well, I was thinking 7, but I mean, if you're gonna be pissy about it, I'll give you an 8 as well. Yeah, you're getting an 8 on this one.
Y'all scoffed at me when I picked Metroid Prime 4 in fantasy.
Yeah, that means that it's coming out this year. I think that I think it's different saying that it'll be there. And one more thing, especially for something that isn't coming out this year, I think makes a lot of sense. I think whatever the big game that will come out this year is not the one more thing. And they'll hang on that for quite some time, and then they'll say there's more at Treehouse or whatever they're doing now. I don't think that they leave us with the one more thing with something that we'll want to know more about. So I think Metroid Prime actually makes a lot of sense, but it is. I mean, for everything else too, like this game is so far away. I think that they like just built the menu system for this game. For God's sakes, like they're taking their time on it. So 8 points, 16 in total. Metroid Prime 4 is the one more thing. I love that call, and I wonder if this is just a standard. You may have landed on something, Caito. From now on, we may have to like leave our final pick for like our
One more thing.
one more thing.
Yep.
We should have done like a 5th pick, 5 picks, and then 6 being one more thing.
You want to do that?
I can. Yeah, I've got a couple of the crazies sitting around
I've got
here.
one more.
Okay, give
got
me
one
your
more.
other one. Okay, I'm gonna slide that one down. So that's our one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, give me. Okay, I like this a lot. Okay, so we have an extra bonus round here.
Da, 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 da,
Yes! Yes!
You ready?
Arms 2
Yes!
is announced.
Oh, I love it.
E3.
Justin is loving
That is
Cato's.
my other-
Let's just let's let Masson sit in this for a little bit. He's just so mad. I think. 10. Is that a 10?
I'll give you a 7 on that one.
Oh, come on! Nobody is asking for arms. You're getting a 9.
That's
from me.
how unlikely it is. It's
Exactly.
like no one's asking for it. I highly doubt it's going to happen. But it's the 4-year cycle. It could come back, and put the character in Smash. They've made it amiibo. They're
That's what
not
I'm
willing to
talking
give
about.
it up.
Right.
Right? So I think
Yep.
they'd be willing to say we could give Arms 2 a shot.
Man, I almost want to
Yep.
throw like an amiibo prediction in here, like a new wave of amiibo, like a big. Just let's go back to that, but I don't know if they're going to do anything like that. Arms 2, I'm giving you points as well. I'm giving you 9 points on this one. I think
Thank
that's
you.
a bold final prediction, Caito, and I would love to see it. Also, bonus points for the song.
Thank you.
Speaking of sequels, Astral Chain 2 is announced at the E3.
This is your final prediction.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Oh no, yeah,
has
but
one
like
more
you have the
thing,
one more
yeah.
thing, but your final round 5. Okay,
My
then-
final is Astral Chain 2.
Okay.
Although I will also just say for honorable mention, I believe Tunic will also be at E3.
Ooh. I'm like that meme. Like
in a,
the
in a
GIF.
montage role showing that it will show up.
Okay. Well, Astral Chain 2, great game from Platinum. They've got to finish working on whatever else they got going on, including Bayonetta 3. So I think
know
it's
nothing
unlikely.
about Astral Chain.
I think it's
Literally
unlikely.
nothing.
You want to just
You
copy
want
my
my
score?
final also now? is
Yeah,
it?
whatever you.
I'm going 8.
All right.
8. Perfect.
Okay. Caito says 8. I say 8. You get 16 points on this
Great.
one, Justin Masson. What is
Just a little
your
heads up. We have 4 minutes left before Justin Masson has to go.
Final game. New 3D Mario is revealed. Coming out in November. This is the holiday game.
Okay.
The open world, similar
Yeah.
to Bowser's Story or Bowser's Fury.
Okay.
Similar to that.
Okay, so not a sequel.
Not a sequel.
Not a sequel.
No.
Just a new
Not a
thing.
sequel?
Not a sequel.
Oh, that's
Open
a
world
weird
similar
thing to throw in there.
Bowser's Fury.
Okay. What do you think, Caito?
I don't think this is happening.
I agree. Are you nuts?
I don't think this is happening. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, I'm 9 too.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
18 points if you get it, Justin Masson. It's oddly specific. Also,
Is.
by the way. Okay, I'm writing everything down here. I've got a couple things that I could pick here. Finally, Okay, Nintendo. We're gonna get the. I don't like this one at all. Okay, we're getting Wave Race. We're getting
Yes.
Wave Race on Nintendo Switch Online. Plus expansion, we're going Wave Race. That's going to be my final. I'm sure I've predicted that one as well. Justin
I
Masson.
do feel like this is coming.
Oh, go ahead, Caito.
I'm gonna go 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8.
Yeah. I just want it. I just want it.
I just want it.
Oh man, now I don't know what my one more thing is now though. I kind of like. I had Conker's Fur Day written down here as well as an honorable mention. Like that would be kind of fun. Justin Masson not having it, not having it at all, huh?
You're not gonna mention GoldenEye coming to the Nintendo Switch in July or June?
Well, I've used up all my things. I've used up all my
in coordination with Xbox.
I could see it happen. Maybe you'll see that on the Xbox Drive predictions there, Justin. Oh man, I think Star Fox is going to be my one more thing. I think I'm going to do that.
Star Fox.
Star Fox is the one more thing. Yep.
The absolute riot that will happen. This is a 10. This is not happening. The absolute outrage that will happen if that's the one more thing. Like, I was mad about, what was the game called again? Bayonetta? Is that the one that was the one
Astral
more thing?
Chain 2?
No. The one.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the one more
Bayonetta.
thing, and I was just like, "What is this?
Yeah,
no one's
Bayonetta did
asking
not show
for this."
good.
Like, I know there are people who like it, but don't get me wrong. But
Project X Talk says
Come
the
on.
riot of excitement.
come on,
Yep.
no.
It's like when your sports team wins the World Cup. They don't win the World Cup. So what is it? 10? You giving me a 10 on this one?
10. That's a 10.
10, Justin Masson.
I'm giving you 10.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for the Slippy monologue. It's going to be so great. Justin Masson, I know we've only got you for a few more minutes, but I want to give a couple shout outs. Speaking of GoldenEye, Delroy said GoldenEye for N64 Online will be announced and shadow dropped. RJ Kern said NHL 94 Rewind, so shout out there.
Nice.
Mass Effect Trilogy coming in from RJ Kern as well. I think that would be awesome to see. That's another.
That could be a cloud game.
The Legendary.
With the new edition, Legendary one.
I can't believe no one predicted any Zelda ports.
I
have
lots of
2D Zelda
stuff.
down, but not as a port. I have it down as a new game.
Yeah, Delroy said Twilight Princess Wii U going to be ported over. Wind Waker from Ryan Turford, the man on the moose. Nagachaka, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess HD releasing July 2022. That would be tight. That would be a lot.
You
packed
think
in there.
2D like new, like a remake, not a?
I think
or just
like
new.
I think new like like Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds.
Link Between
kinda-
Worlds would be amazing.
Yeah.
If this is the year that Nintendo finally gives us a glimpse at 3DS ports, like that would make me very, very happy. Like
Animal
that
Crossing
alone.
in
Well, there you go. Animal Crossing New Leaf. I think it was Sean Abbott who called for Animal Crossing DLC. Yes, it was. So a couple things in there, which is super, super interesting. Justin Masson, we have a couple more minutes to go over last year's predictions.
Sure.
Even just for a quick second. Because we may have some repeats here. And I cannot wait to score this thing up with you guys after whatever E3 thing may or may not happen. Last year, I predicted The Sims 4 in August. Donkey Kong 3D is called Donkey Kong World, made by Mario Team, available in November. Persona 4 Golden coming to Switch. Oh, gosh, I didn't even look at this. I'm just repeating. I did predict last year Mario Strikers is the next sports game, spring 2022. So I eventually got that one right. And Zelda Twin release, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker same day. So still waiting on a few of those things. Caito predicted Animal Crossing is getting Zelda items in July or August.
Didn't happen.
I think you got better than that with Animal Crossing last
We did. We got
summer,
that.
fall.
The 2.0.
I love this next one. Nintendogs plus cats in September.
Yeah,
A very good
Nintendogs
prediction.
Plus cats.
Holiday game was Mario Kart 9 from Caito.
Ooh, tough.
Dragon Quest Builders 3 coming out in October 2021. And
Loving your Dragon Quest builders, eh?
we're
I'm obsessed with it.
sticking with it. GameCube and N64 on Nintendo Switch Online, monthly updates, Wave Race was your final prediction. So you eventually got
We got some
N64.
stuff. Yeah.
Eventually got there. Justin Masson came in last year at this time. He said, reveal Super Mario Party Deluxe 1.5 plus is the current edition of the game plus DLC. They did one better than that, Justin.
Yeah, they one-upped it. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. They would tease Xenoblade by Monolith. So we eventually
Just came eventually later, yeah.
got the next one. Rabbids 2, Overcooked 3, and SteamWorld Dig 3. They eventually announced Rabbids 2.
Rabbids 2, yeah, it was announced.
You jumped
Overcooked
in.
3. I want that.
Yeah.
No kidding, right?
Nintendo Cloud gaming strategy. They'll have games like Hitman or Control. Or sorry, like Hitman and Control. And you said Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla and Jedi Fallen Order. Still waiting on that one. And then your final one.
Waiting on those games, but I was right that they would increase their cloud strategy, which is what they did.
I think, and yeah, I think even, I wouldn't even allow if you just said they'll have a game coming to cloud. That's not allowed. That's almost guaranteed. Your final prediction last year was Halo Master Chief Collection on Switch. We are still waiting.
Still waiting on that.
Still waiting. Guys, I love doing these silly predictions because who the heck knows? Do you want to do a quick round of other things that you have honorable mention on? Do you have a couple minutes to chat about that, Mr. Masson?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I kind of actually went through mine. Like I said, I think there is going to be 2D Zelda, some honorable mentions as well. Like I said, I think Tunic will show up there. Maybe this is where we might see a Steam World 3. Who knows, right?
Oh.
And Overcooked 3. Fingers crossed for all those things. I think Nintendo has a story they need to tell. I don't know how strong it's going to be this year. But I think we're all hanging our hats on Breath of the Wild 2. But I'm excited to see what ends up happening.
Yep. I think we went over everything that I had because between what I said and then like The Sims, Star Fox, those other predictions, they got taken.
Mm-hmm.
They're all there.
One thing that I will say is we do have this year pretty well ironed out. It seems like we have everything. And then we have Zelda for next year. Is there anything else that is 2023? Like, I can't think of anything. I mean, of course, Bayonetta is getting delayed again and Metroid Prime 4. Those are obvious. Right. So
yeah, nothing on the calendar. The farthest thing out we have is Breath of the Wild, which again is pretty loose.
Mm-hmm.
And on the actual hard calendar, it's September 9th is the last date. This is why Nintendo has got, I mean, so we're going to see late September, early October, late October, November. We'll get something into December. One of the question marks we still have out there is Advanced Wars.
Yes.
That game is done. We
Ooh.
know that. Where does that land? That could be very sensitive for Nintendo on that one. We don't know if we're going to see it in this fiscal year or maybe it's going to be 2023. We're going to see some plotting into February and March, February of next year as well. So, and of course, Pokemon's going to do gangbusters as they always do. So not a huge shock there as well.
Honorable mention to Conker's Bad Fur Day for NSO on expansion pack for N64 and also Clay Fighter on Super Nintendo. I think we're going to get a little silly game like that. Maybe even some... new F-Zero would be cool too. Wouldn't that be the one more thing? New F-Zero. Yeah. Mr. Masson, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to tell all the
folks.
wonderful people where they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. First, I just want to say this. I love being here with Sean and Caito. We have a bit of fun with each other. It's a great time. I love doing this every year. This is such a great podcast. Please subscribe over to Carpool Gaming. Amazing work. I love these guys. Nintendo Drive is amazing. Please support them. Justin Masson.
They're here already.
At Masson23 on Twitter. And you can follow me on the Nintendo Dads, where we kind of do this, but much longer. Much longer. And yeah. So appreciate it, though.
A wonderful tradition. We will have to have you back next year again. You've just claimed the spot, man. This is how it works. But Caito, I turn the reins back over to you as we close things out here.
Yep. Well, Sean, do you want to go over where everyone can find you on the internet?
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter and on Twitch at Sean Capri, Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants. And check out our merch store. Links in the show notes, and also support. You know what? I'm going to plug everybody else. All of our Ultimate producers. There's a lot of them. They're awesome. And support every single one of them. The links are in the show notes, and that is it for me.
Perfect. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Console Caito. That is all for episode 55 of the Nintendo Drive. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, I'm sure that all of these predictions are going to come true. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.